Hello everybody, good evening and welcome to That's Football. We're live on That's Football, which is what I've just said. Well, I didn't say that, but hello. It's Liverpool. Structure, players, structure, team, support. Liverpool, that's who we're watching tonight. And Bayern Munich against Salzburg, if I can find my bloody notepad. That's what I was talking about. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this game. I felt that the first leg, even though I didn't watch it live, I'm more gonna listen to you lot here. I felt that the first leg, Liverpool did very, very well, but Inter, I wouldn't say unlucky, but we're better than. Well, no, they lost 2-0. That's the fact. But I think it could be an interesting second leg here. I don't know what you lot think, so I'm looking forward to it, and I hope you are at home too. It was a good stream last night. Hopefully we get a few goals again tonight as well. Obviously it's Salzburg as well. I think there's a Premier League game tonight, isn't there? No, there's not. No, there's Championship games tonight. There's no Premier League game tonight. I don't know what you're talking about. There's none. Alisson, Trent, Matip, Van Dijk and Robertson, Jones, Fabinho and Thiago, Salah, Jota, Mane. So they're taking it seriously. Inter, Handanovic, Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni, Dumfries, Vidal, Brozovic, Calhanoglu, Perisic, Martinez, Sanchez. I tell you what, it's a frigging. I nearly swore. Obviously, football's not like that, but on paper, that is a very, very good Inter Milan side. It is a good side, and Hypeway saw it. You're gone, and yeah. So I think it's a really interesting one. What was that script about last night, Mark? Says Even Whelan. It was a classic. I might just do a video one day where I read out this script that I wrote last night. It'd be quite interesting, I think. But how are we all doing anyway? Lots to get involved in. I think we're going to get a good game. I think Liverpool versus Inter is going to be a good game. Let me just put the tweet out. I've completely forgotten about that. I need to find my bloody notepad as well. I want to watch the Bayern Munich game as well. Let me just get set up here. I am set up, but I'm not as set up as I would like to be, you know. Did you see my message on Instagram, Mark? Says Dean Harris. No, but you need, mate. At the end of the day, if you want to be on the United stands, it's the same way Levin was on it, the same way Beth was on it. You need to send a clip in a couple of minutes of yourself and your setup and send it to that'sfootball@gmail.com, which is what we say to everybody. You know, we do it twice a year. We have a recruitment drive to see if there's any talent that we'd like to get involved in the channel. Obviously, it's a great opportunity. You know, it's a 1 million subscriber channel, and that's how you do it. So I don't need to read your private message or anything like that, because I don't take backhanders or little shortcuts onto the United stand. It's got to be fair for everybody. Come on, Liverpool, says Johnny. And can you do a setup tour, Mark? Says Callum. It's coming soon. Mark, sing a bit of Maroon 5. I'm at the playphone. Rangnick inspired. I know the song, but I can't think of the lyrics. I can't think of the lyrics at the moment. I'm not very good at Maroon 5 lyrics. Tell you what I was listening to this afternoon, though. Making the Dinner, Stone Roses, and Oasis. Just one song, one the other. She bangs the drum, master plan. This is the one, listen up. I am the resurrection, slide away. Are you made of stone? Champagne supernova. That's not a bad afternoon, is it? That's not a bad afternoon. Solihull are winning 1-0 as well against Notts County. Big game, that. Oldest club in the world. Oldest club in the world, Notts County. Oldest club in the world. I bet you never heard that one before. Oldest club in the world. Oldest club in the world, they are. Oldest club in the world. Inspired Juventus kit. Oldest club in the world. It's true. Bloody true. It's bloody true, lads and ladies. Anyway, I'm excited for this game tonight. I'm hoping we're going to get a good one. I found my tablet. That's always a good sing. I want to watch the Bayern Munich game as well. If you're interested, just in the subs bench for Inter as well. Look, again, we all know the Liverpool team, but Handanovic, Skriniar, De Vrij, Bastoni, Dumfries, Perisic, Calhanoglu, Brozovic, Vidal, Martinez, Sanchez. It's a team that you'd know every single player. And it's interesting. I mean, look, their bench ain't too bad either. Dzeko, you'll know him. Gozens, he's the fullback, isn't he? Plays for Germany, I think. D'Ambrosio, Matteo Darmian. So there's lots of players that you'll know there. Of course, what I would say about Inter is that Sanchez will be past his best. Perisic is past his best. Vidal is past his best. So there's a few players that will be past their best there. But I think it's a very strong Inter Milan side. But I'll say what I've said before. I think Liverpool will dispatch them because I think Liverpool are, and the Premier League is, the best league in the world. And Liverpool are one of the best teams in the world. Hi Mark, Barca fan. Fab said we're signing Christensen. Can you give me your opinion on him, please? Says Rope. I don't think he's Chelsea's best centre back. I think Rudiger, Thiago Silva are, and I don't think Chelsea will massively miss him. They've got people like Sarr coming through, as well as Chalobah, but he's a good centre back. He is a good centre back. Barella's suspended, says Edin. Which is a bit of a shame, and again, it's another good player that they've got. Right, I need to get this set up here. I just want to have it on so that it's here ready. Please subscribe to the channel, by the way. We're on the road to 625,000, which is quite a big thing. That's what she said. It is quite a big thing, though, so we're looking forward to that. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. Of course, what we are looking forward to is we are looking forward to the games tonight, but we have got a massive one tomorrow. Massive one tomorrow. It's in the Bernabeu. It's Real Madrid against PSG, and it's 1-0 to PSG over the tie. I mean, how much more exciting is that? I love the Champions League. Illa United says that Liverpool are going to thrash Inter Milan. Well, if they did, that would be a real big statement if they did, because, as I said, it's not a terrible side. Right, let's see if we can get this working here. Don't go asking for an update, you cock. Don't you dare. Don't you bloody well dare. Happy birthday. What's the Bayern Munich team? Somebody just said. Good point. I mean, Bayern Munich for me, 1-1 with Salzburg. What's that all about? What's that all about? I thought he was going to be a contender. So I did. I can't get the Bayern Munich team. Not bad. Why won't they give me the Bayern Munich team? Let's see if we can get it for you. I'll get it for you in a minute. Somebody tell me the Bayern Munich side. More of the songs you love. Magic. Don't know why I'm singing that. I was flustered. There we go. Sail away, sail away, sail away. Sail away, sail away, sail away. There we go. I got Bayern Munich on down here, and I got Liverpool up here. That's what you want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I want Bayern Munich down there, and I want Liverpool up here. We're ready to go. Seen any of Fulham this season? No, Jack, not really, but I know they're doing well. That lad who used to play for Liverpool, what's his name? He's all right. Vidal and Sancho are Chilean goats. Respect them, says Jeffrey, but they're past their best, Jeffrey. They're past their best. Come on. Liverpool should win this easy, but if Inter got... It's like Al Pacino, he's past his best. He's one of the greatest actors of our time, but he's past his best. Liverpool should win this easy, but if Inter get one back in the first 10 to 15 minutes, you just never know. I tell you what, I don't like Liverpool because they're the biggest rival of Manchester United, but I just love the Champions League, and I love seeing. I think it's something as a kid as well. International football when I was a kid used to be really big, and it was the first time that you really because English clubs weren't in Europe when I was like really young. So your first glimpse of English players playing against foreign players was international football. So I love this. I love the Serie A side playing against this. Favourite Attitude Era, The Rock, Stone Cold, Mankind. All of that was great, Bowstring, to be honest with you. I've not stopped doing Red Dead, Jack. I don't know why people think I have just stopped doing it. Just because I said I didn't feel like doing it for a couple of days. It doesn't mean I've stopped doing it. Let me just get this timer started. Let's get this party started. I still don't know what the Bayern Munich side is. I will let you know. Oh, that's the Salzburg team. Shit. Adeyemi's playing for Salzburg. He's on a yellow card. Watch out for him. Number 27, I think. I didn't see the Bayern team. Can anybody ask? Oh, you won't do it for me, will you? Let me get the time started. Let me get this timer started, and then I'll get to it. Baggy bottom jeans. She had those baggy bottom jeans. Boots with the fur. The club looking at her. Come on. Oh, it's that dodgy ref, isn't it? This is the one that sent Nanny off. We're going. We're off. There we go. Nothing's going to stop us now. Starship. Classic. Yeah, my score prediction is that I think Liverpool will win 2-0 again. Anfield will be rocking. It's a very good Liverpool team. I know it's apple bottom jeans, but I always say baggy apple. I know it's apple. Kareem the Dream Adeyemi, this is Gary Brown. Plays for me, TUSFC. He's having a great season. Right. Let me get this. Easiest way to do this. FC Bayern Munich. FC Bayern Munich. La 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 la. Shh. La 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 la. What? Why? What? That's not what I want. I'll get it. I'll get it. There we go. Neuer, Sully, Pavard, Kimmich, Gnabry, Lewandowski, Sane, Koeman, Hernandez, Muller, Musiala. So centre backs will be, well, right back will be Pavard, Sully centre back, Hernandez will be left back, Lewandowski up front, Gnabry and Sane as the strikers. Yeah. There's just an early chance here for Lewandowski, actually. Good save by the keeper. Bayern Munich are all over them at the moment. Obviously, it's being played in Germany as well. Keep your eye on it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in anyway. Really appreciate it. And looking forward to watching these two games. I'm watching Bayern Munich versus Salzburg more than I'm watching Liverpool versus Inter here. So let's keep an eye on this. Why is... Oh, I thought that was Minamino! Great chance for Salzburg and he's bloody missed it. Capaldo. What a miss. Cross came in, 6-yard box. I think it's a block. But it's a great chance. Hi, Mark. Can you shout out my friend Mo? Leicester is his football team, says Million Hawk. There you go. Shout out for Mo. He's unmarked. Oh, my God. They should have scored. They really should have scored. Sure, it should have been 1-0 to Salzburg here. Adeyemi's completely unmarked in the middle. They didn't find him. They found the man running in, and he missed. What a chance. What a chance. Bloody missed it. He's bloody missed it. What a prat. Should have been, but wasn't. Boom, 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 boom. Can you be quiet in there, please? Thank you. Wednesday, Tuesday night, always the same. Get back from their bloody football and horses and stuff, and you've got more than me. I couldn't see Alphonso Davies playing. Good cross into the box by Inter. Let's see if we can see some stability here from them. Inter setting. I mean, 2-0 is quite a good result. Quite a good cushion for Liverpool. Oh, Alisson wasn't that quick off the line there, but Van Dijk, enough of a push onto Vidal. 5 minutes gone. It's not 1-0 to Salzburg. No, it's not. They had a great chance, but it's not 1-0. There was something I wanted to just look at something, and I've completely forgotten what it was. I've remembered now. Mark, saw you walking vid. Another good shark film other than Jaws is The Shallows. Bit jumpy in parts, but thought it was best shark film in years, says Luke Jones. Is that the one where she's on the rock and she has to stitch herself up? I thought, if it's the one, I think that one was quite good. Both these games are very fast-paced. It's hard to keep your eyes on both. Yes, it is Marks' tech. Yeah, I did quite enjoy that. Oh, Van Dijk caught a little bit late there. Inter settling off quite well. Nice little ball into the left-hand side. Has he got options in the middle? Dinky cross. Ooh, good header by Robertson. Important header by Robertson. Dumfries shoots straight at Alisson. But it's a reasonable start by Inter Milan here. I mean, Lautaro Martinez is actually ready to volley that, but Robertson gets the header. Corner to Bayern Munich as well. Nice little ball through, but Dumfries had a brilliant Euros, didn't he, Dumfries, for the Netherlands? And what are Inter doing in Serie A at the moment? Let's have a look. Serie A. Second by 2 points to Milan, but they have got a game in hand. Only 3 points separating the top three there. Napoli, Inter and Milan. Roma unlikely to get top four. 6 points off Juventus. But they're on quite a good run. They're unbeaten in the last 5. So Inter could well win the league again. So basically it's Italy's best. Italy's best against one of England's 2 best. Nice ball down the right hand side. Good tackle. Who would you want to win? Inter. because I don't want Liverpool to win the Champions League. I think Liverpool will win. And look, as I said before, there's not going to be a Liverpool fan that's going to begrudge me not wanting Liverpool to win. You know, I think Liverpool are one of the best teams in the world. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that one out. But of course I want Inter to win. I think I'd love Inter to score first. I think it would make a really interesting game. And I was looking forward to this. There's some people who were saying it's a bit like the Chelsea-Lille game next week. I don't think that's over. It's in France. Lille played reasonably well at Stamford Bridge, and it's all about the first goal. If Liverpool get the first goal, it's over. But if Lille or Inter get the first goal, it just makes it very interesting. Opinion on Perisic, says Dub. I used to like Perisic. I mean, he's past it now, but 5 years ago, I think it was United wanted to buy him, and I really wish we had bought him. I think he would have been brilliant in the Prem. I went to see the match in the Liverpool pub. It was crazy, especially when Firmino scored, says hi. And Bowstring, half-time chat, World Cup England 11. Good one. We'll do that, yeah. 0-0 in both games, approaching 10 minutes. Inter have been very, very good, actually, for a team at Anfield, they've been good. You know, I've watched a few teams at Anfield this year sit back and not really do anything. Inter have got to attack, and they've... I mean, I suppose it's difficult for Liverpool. They don't have to win, but they can't sit back too much. I mean, I tell you what, though, I will say this. If Inter Milan could get a result at Anfield, that would be a massive shock, because the Premier League is so far ahead of Serie A. You know, Serie A for me is probably... I don't even know if it's the third best league in Europe. For me, I still think La Liga is the second best. Is the Italian league better than the German league? I don't know. Any Europa watch-alongs, George? I'd rather watch myself take a dump, which I don't do, because I'm always on my phone and then I just go away. I'd rather have a good look down there at it than watch the Europa League. I am looking forward to Forest against Liverpool. We'll do a watch along for that. Oh, here we go. I love these sort of people. Like, you completely owned yourself here. He says, talking like Italy didn't beat England in the Euros. Since when was international football representative of domestic football? That Liverpool team, they ain't all English. The Premier League ain't all English. The Premier League kicks the shit out of Serie A, and everybody knows it. What has it got to do with Italy beating England in the Euros? And I tell you what, I'd love to see Italy beat England with Southgate as the coach. You know, talk about bloody doing it with two arms tied behind your back. During Moyes' first season at March, we had more points back then compared to this season. As much as I hate it, but you're right, we are worse off, says Vebaf. And Alexi, what a player at Arsenal. 166 appearances and 80 goals, says Cirques. Oh, apparently Serie A is better now because it's not a one-horse race. Well, it's not a one-horse race anyway. So, I love Serie A. I wish it was the league it was when I was growing up in the 90s, but it's not anymore. Penalty to Bayern Munich. I haven't missed it. Lewandowski scores 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Was it a penalty? Okay, you know what? The great thing about the live poll is that I can just sit you down without getting into an argument with you. Best league. Let's do it. And all you little prats who think Serie A is better than the Prem, try and win this vote. Because I love Serie A, and I guarantee I've been watching it longer than any of you lot. And I'm telling you now, it's nowhere near the level of the Premier League. There you go. Vote away. It was a clear penalty. I've seen the penalty scored, but I haven't seen the penalty incident. But it's 1-0 to Inter. No, sorry, it's not 1-0 to Inter. I wish it was. It's 1-0 to Bayern Munich. Been a bit disappointed with Bayern, to be honest. I'd had hoped that they were going to be a contender for the tournament, but they don't look as good as they did last year. I don't know whether that's fair and reflective. Would you take Saka from Arsenal and sell Rashford? At the moment, yeah. Igor is younger, better, and performing better. So, yeah. I don't think there's many United fans who wouldn't agree with me on that. We'll find a league that the Serie A is better than in a minute, because it's definitely not the Premier League. We've had 3,000 votes and already it's 83% Premier League, 17% Serie A. I don't need to argue these things. I'll just use the chat. I mean, it's very obvious to me anyway, but we'll just use the chat. Life is a Game says Serie A is better because they don't spend as much money, yet they aren't much worse looking at the history. Oh, here we go. We've got money and history in the argument. You've just lost 2-0. Money and history. You're using bloody history. Man, I'm a Man United fan. We're crap. I totally would never use our history as a reason to try and say we're better than anybody at the moment. Live in the moment, mate. Not live in the past. History. Look, I love Serie A. I used to love Golazzo and Gazzetta football and Sunday afternoon on Channel 4. Vialli, Mancini, Lombardo. It was great. But I don't know why it lost its way. I mean, there's a question. Why did Italian football lose its way? I don't know. Money, probably. They used to be able to come to England and buy Gaza and David Platt and Des Walker and, offer the most money. Header straight at Handanovic from Van Dijk from the corner. Game's settling down at Anfield a bit now. Okay, so the Premier League has kicked the shit out of Serie A, which we always knew would happen. So let's do another poll. We're going to try and find out where Serie A is. Premier League's just battered it. This is for second place. It's Serie A against La Liga. I love these polls. It's great. It's very interactive, isn't it? Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Get involved with That's Football. Everybody's welcome. Join the debate. You know what? I hope we don't have to do Championship versus Serie A. But somebody just suggested it. Lawrence said it, not me. Championship is better than Serie A. I wouldn't go that far. Hey, I'd love to see it. But I tell you what, for one night only, I'd like to see Serie A above the Premier League. Will you play Volta with real life teams, FIFA 22, says Shawshank? I don't know what you're talking about. League of Ireland is better than Serie A, says DT. You're getting stupid now. Here's Alexis Sanchez, back 3 against 3. Needs to pass it. It's a good pass, but it's a great interception by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He should have gone to Vidal there, Sanchez. He went for a pass that I don't think was really on, but they've recovered the ball again. Kush, thank you very much for becoming a member. Won't be a minute. I'm back. I'm back. 18 minutes gone. Still 0-0 at Anfield, but it's 1-0 in Munich. 1-0 up against Salzburg. 1-1 in the first leg. For me, the top 3 in the Premier are in the top 5 of the world, but aside from those 3 teams, the likes of Arsenal, United, Spurs wouldn't be favourites against the top few teams of other leagues. What do you think, says Udavir? Well, at the moment, Arsenal are the best of the rest. Would Arsenal beat Inter? I think you know that would be an interesting game. Would Arsenal beat Real Madrid? Again, I think you make a good point. But the reality is, Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City are in the Premier League, and Chelsea, Liverpool, and Man City, I'd fancy them to beat anybody, whether it's PSG, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, Inter Milan. I think those teams are capable of beating them, and we might see it tonight. But I don't think anybody could argue that consistently they are three of the best teams in the world, and they participate in the Prem. Looks like La Liga's going to win. Vidal's down injured here now. There's tweets where you said England would beat Italy because the Prem is better and a faster tempo. At least admit you were wrong, says Alex. Sorry, Alex. I'm just looking at a piece of paper. It's more interesting than your chat. What was it you said? There's tweets where you said England would beat Italy because the Prem is better and faster tempo. At least admit you were wrong. Well, I'm not wrong. The only bit I'm wrong about is that I said England would beat Italy. The Premier League is better and faster than Serie A, so I'm not wrong. The Premier League is better than Serie A and it is faster than Serie A. Where I was wrong is that England didn't beat Italy. But the Premier League is faster and better, mate. Sorry, you're wrong, Alex. Mark, do you see a scenario? Anyway, let's just go to the poll for Alex. You've lost 83% of the vote that the Premier League's better than Serie A. Oh no, Alex, you're losing to La Liga now. It's 66. Which is the better league? 4,500 individual votes from all around the world say that La Liga is better than Serie A, 66%. So you're not the second best league in the world. We'll find a place, Alex. We'll find a place. I always said maybe third or fourth. So let's see. Better league. Could it be magic? Could it be magic now? Serie A. I hope so. It's 2-0 to Bayern. But more importantly, there's a poll for Alex. Bundesliga or Serie A? Surely now. 2-0 to Bayern, by the way. Mark, do you see a scenario where United spend the whole summer looking for a new striker and a Pogba replacement and neglect the CDM position, says Anshaman? Maybe. Sane, turned by Lewandowski. Oh, it was a foul. I think the one that scored. Oh, it was another penalty. 2 penalties. Who, in your opinion, have been the top 5 worst signings made by United since Fergie left, as Gunner Station? Can't be based on any criteria. Mate, I appreciate the super chat, but I'd research a video for an hour to do that. I'm watching 2 watch-alongs. I can't do top 5 worst transfers since Sir Alex Ferguson left. I can't honestly answer that. I'm sorry. I can give you some recommendations. Alexis Sanchez, Fellaini, Di Maria. There's loads of others that people will come up with, but yeah. Italian food is better than Serie A for me, says Zephyr. They're losing again to Bundesliga. What's going on? It's 3-0 now. Lewandowski's got a hat-trick. Lewandowski, hat-trick, 2 penalties and a tap-in within 20 minutes. Well, it's game over, that's for sure. It's a long ball over the top from Neuer. It's flicked. Lewandowski headed away. Oh my God, it's just calamitous by the goalkeeper. Comes back off the post. Lewandowski. He looks hot. I don't mean in that way, but he looks sharp, Lewandowski. You know, they missed him in the Champions League last year. He wasn't fit for the PSG game, was he? And he looks absolutely on it tonight. He looks sharp, he looks quick. Sometimes Lewandowski doesn't look that quick, but he looks quick and on it. 3 goals. Bang, bang, bang. That game's over. Come on, vote for Serie A. We've got 46% going with Serie A. We've got 54% going with the Bundesliga. This is to get Serie A in 3rd place. They'll definitely be 4th. I won't do a poll. There's no way it's worse than the French league or the Portuguese league. Foxy says Salah's going to leave Liverpool for Barcelona, confirmed on Friday. How many years has Salah got left on his contract? Come on, let's be respectful. Alex is crying here. Alex. I like Serie A, Alex. I do. I'm not doing Championship versus Serie A because I know how chats work and you'll just do it on purpose. You'll vote for the Championship. Thanks everyone who's tuning in, by the way. Can't wait for the Bundesliga tomorrow. There's a bit of a break here between Inter and Liverpool. Don't know what this is all about. Is this something in the stands again? I'm having a drink. What's going on? Incident in the crowd, we think. Yeah, medical emergency in the stand. You know, people always start going on with the conspiracies now about these medical emergencies, but it's actually a new protocol. It never used to happen. They never used to stop the game for it, and now they do. So there was always incidents in the crowd. They just never stopped the game for it. Anyway, hopefully they'll be all right. And when you think about it, when you've got 55,000 people in a crowd at multiple grounds, the odds of statistics are that there will be the occasional medical emergency, won't there? Someone's saying it's not that often. No, I remember going to games when I was a kid and they used to announce it. We're pleased to announce that such and such who had a medical emergency last week is now recovering well at hospital. And unfortunately, you used to get quite a few where it would be such and such died at the match, you know. Anyway, let's... Oh, I tell you what, Serie A, you're coming back. It's 52% to 48% between Bundesliga and Serie A. We've had 5,000 votes. Keep your votes coming in. Which is the better league, Bundesliga or Serie A? It's tight. It's tighter than a camel's arse in a sandstorm here. Come on. (3-0 to Bayern in the Salzburg game. Not really interesting to watch that at the moment. Oh, it's close. It's close. We need a winner. Everyone vote Bundesliga. Vote Bundesliga. Vote Bundesliga. Is it true you would drink hot water, says Kay? Yeah, I do. I like it. Vote Bundesliga. You've got to vote Bundesliga. Vote Bundesliga. You've got to vote Bundesliga. Vote Bundesliga. You've got to vote Bundesliga. Vote Bundesliga. Last Kingdom's out tomorrow. Yeah, that's good, Charlie. Thanks. People will be tuning in going, what's happening? This is the worst watch-along ever. Why is this man singing Vote Bundesliga when it's Liverpool against Inter? Kulevski or Odegaard? Who's the more shrewd signing, says Zephyr. Well, it's Odegaard at the moment because you've got to do it on volume of games. I'm going to end the poll. It's 6,500. End the poll. 51% Bundesliga, 49% Serie A. Oh, it was so close. And nobody influenced the vote. Nobody influenced the vote at all. It was a fair vote, 6,000, and 51% say Bundesliga's better to 49%. The game's back up and running now, Liverpool and Inter. So, unlucky Serie A. It's close. All you can say is that the Premier League's the best league in the world. La Liga's the second best league in the world. And it's very close between Bundesliga and Serie A. Scripted. Yeah, it was a bit scripted. It was close. It was 50-50. I had to give it. Can you give us a sou, says Louis. Mane's just took a foul here. And Dumfries took him out. Poor old Salzburg. All I did was sing a song. I don't think that influenced the vote. Free kick to Liverpool here. Chance to put a cross in for Trent or Robertson. In it comes. Oh, he's at the bar. He's at the Denver. Matip. Cross came in from Trent. Matip heads it onto the bar. Keeper's beat. All hands up. And his name's Handanovic. And... oh, he's hit the underside of the Denver as well. Could have been a goal. Could have been a goal for Liverpool there. That would have been game over. They've got a corner though. Oh no, this is not the referee who sent off Nani. The genius says Ollie subs or Ranić subs. Ranić makes better subs than Ollie. Oh, another one! It's another one! Van Dijk, free header. Edge of the 6-yard box. Heads it wide. Or does he? No, he heads it into an interplayer's head and it goes wide. Bayern have got 4. Gnabry. Four 0 up after half an hour. Keeper's crap for them, by the way. Should have saved that. Who's this Salzburg keeper? Rubbish. Well, have Bayern and Munich announced themselves as a contender? They looked a bit dodgy in the first leg. Second leg, not so much so. A lot of people rate this Salzburg coach, don't they, as well? It's a hard job to go to Munich anyway. As Arsenal fans will testify, Bayern Munich in the first knockout round, it's not for everybody. Although Arsenal fans, you might be back in it next year. Hi Mark, I know, how many years have Arsenal been out of the Champions League? There's a quiz question. I think is it 3? Might be longer, you know. Hi Mark, I know we'll be stuck with these players for the next few years, so would you take Rice for 100 million to add some tempo to the midfield, says Abdullah? Well, I would. Over what? What's my alternative? If it's Rice for 100 million or it's 3 players for 40, I'll take the 3, thanks. Five years since Arsenal were in the Champions League. Bloody hell. It doesn't seem like 5 minutes ago that you used to finish 4th and then get smacked up by Bayern Munich in the first knockout round. God, time flies. Can't even say COVID because they still played, didn't they? Yeah, it's 4-0 to Bayern at the moment. 33 minutes gone at Anfield, still 0-0. I suppose Liverpool would be quite happy with that, but they've had the best chance of the game. Matip hitting the bar with a header from a free kick from Twent. Sarah says, how did you get so handsome all of a sudden? Oh, flirtatious. A lot of people thought it was 5-0 to Bayern. No, we were just saying how many years is it since Arsenal have been in the Champions League. Same amount of distance. Let's be fair to Arsenal fans. That's football. It's not United stand. So it's 5 years since Arsenal qualified for the Champions League. But to be fair, it's 5 years since Man United won a cup. Oh, nice ball through the middle. He's not going to have the pace to catch Van Dijk. Would you rather your outfit changed every 60 minutes and you had no control of it, or your hairstyle changed every 60 minutes instead, says Luke Jones. That's probably one of the weirdest questions I've ever been asked. Probably outfit. I don't want my hair changing. Imagine that I might have a skinhead or long hair or a mullet. No, I'd rather just go with the clothes. Where do I think England will finish in the World Cup, Jack? Depends how crap everybody else is, because we'll park the bus. Here's a good question for people. Exit says, are there more doors or wheels in the world? It'll make you think. What do I think of Diaz? Says I'm Envy. I think he looks like he's going to be a very good signing, yeah. Come on, Inter. I'd love them to score a goal first, just to make it really exciting. If Liverpool score, it's over. If Inter score, it's interesting. Good tackle, that, by Thiago. Into Mane. Into Jota. Keeper's got it. Harry says, what's the top league outside of Europe? And to be honest with you, I'll answer that. Everyone else, you don't need a poll. Harry, who gives a shit? No, on a serious note, I don't know. I don't profess to watch. I would imagine it's either the Brazilian league or the Argentinian league, isn't it? But having said that, I mean, bloody hell, did you see all the trouble in the Mexico game at the weekend? It was horrific. I didn't look at the pictures. I don't know how many people... I think people died, didn't they? You can't... They definitely love their football in other leagues. You know, I know the... you know, there's no doubting that Europe's got the best leagues in the world, 100%. But there's some very competitive leagues out there. MLS is not better than the Brazilian league. You're having a bloody laugh. Lucas says Vidal is awful. Well, I'm not surprised. I was surprised he's still playing. Corner to Inter here. Calhanoglu, he's got a good set-piece delivery. AC Milan to Inter, Calhanoglu. Happens more than you think, really, because Zlatan did it, didn't he? It's quite. Is that the most? There's a question for you then. Is Inter Milan and AC Milan, do they exchange players more than anybody else? When you think about, well, Celtic and Rangers have rarely done it. Man United, Man City, Arsenal, Spurs. I'm trying to think of other big rivalries. AC Milan and Inter, they seem to do it quite a lot. But clothing changes could include lingerie, dresses, clown clothes, all sorts of mental stuff. Really, hair changes would be more subtle, says 100% Italian. Yeah, but I can pull anything off. And I know people are going to take that in the wrong way. What I mean is, in clothing ways, as long as I've got my hairstyle, you can put me in a clown outfit. You can put me in lingerie. You can put me in swimming trunks. You can put me in Speedos. I'm still got my hair, you know. So, but if you put me in a nice suit with a mullet, I'll look a prat. If you put me with a skinhead, I'll look a prat. What do I think about Norwegian football, says FIFA Gangster. I don't think about it. That's the truth. I'm not being rude. I don't think about it until you just said. Bayern and Dortmund do it. Yeah, but they're not from the same city. I mean, you could do that really, because you could say United and Liverpool. You could say Real Madrid and Barcelona. We're nearly at half time. At half time, we're going to do England's best 11 for the World Cup. This is it. This is going to be. If it was now, we'll do it for now. We've got nearly 10,000 watching, by the way, which is great. Bundesliga tomorrow night's the big one. PSG against Real Madrid. That is going to be so good at the Bernabeu. But what if every clothing change was women's stuff? Says 100% Italian. Well, I'd still have my hair and look like a man. I would love to see you in Speedos, Mark, says Sarah, and Batbridge. I'd tell you what, that's one outfit I'd love to wear. Batman. One show, I'm going to wear a proper Batman outfit. That would be great. Why have I never done that? Batbridge. Oh, that's late. That's another foul on Dumfries. Surely that's 2. And another one. Did you follow any Irish teams when you lived here, says Jack? No. I didn't need to, because they did show United over there, so, and they showed the Premier League over there, so I didn't need to do it. I didn't follow any Irish sport. In fact, it was that was the one thing I found weird about living in Ireland, was that when I bought a newspaper, which I used to do in those days, you'd go on the back page and sometimes they'd be talking about the sport with sticks and this other form of football where they pick it up and kick it, and I just never understood it. I just want to talk about football. So no. Anyway, free kick for Inter. Have hot water, please. It's Kalinoglu on it. It's funny because a lot of people are talking about this Inter kit and I don't like it. Tusha says, new Formula 1 watch-alongs, new season starting from 20th of March. I'm going to try and do as many Formula 1 watch-alongs as I can. I love Formula 1. I've loved it since I was a kid. I don't need anybody on with me to teach me what it's all about. I know what it's all about. You get in a car and you race. And I'm really excited about it. I think that the last race of the season, which I did as a watch-along on here, last year was massively controversial. And I think this season's going to be great. So I can't wait. Drive to Survive's on Friday as well, to wet your whistle. So yeah, Formula 1 watch-alongs will be on this channel. Starts off with the Super Sunday, actually. 3 o'clock. Season opener. Bahrain. And then at 6 o'clock, it's Liverpool against Forest in the FA Cup quarter-final. In fact, just for our F1, I just want to get a gauge of this. I'm going to do a vote Verstappen or Hamilton. Verstappen or Hamilton? Ask your community. Get voting. So we've got 3 minutes to go to half time, and it remains 0-0 between Liverpool and Inter, and it remains 4-0 to Bayern Munich against Salzburg, and obviously Bayern Munich are going to go through. Yeah, I think Hamilton was cheated, but I think once it had happened, you can't really overturn it. But in many ways, that controversy has made Formula 1 even more popular. And I think this season, there's going to be such competition between Mercedes and Red Bull and Verstappen and Hamilton. And I'm hoping the changes to the cars might make it a more competitive season. I'd love to see a Formula 1 season where there's 4 or 5 cars that can win. But we'll wait and see. If your girlfriend was a mermaid, would you rather have the top half or the bottom half? Max, come on. I've not got a fish fetish. Vidal's just not very quick anymore, is he? Thiago. He's lost his legs, Vidal. Salah. He's not going to give the foul there, the ref. Will there come a point when good managers would have avoid coming to Man United to Zanabath? No. Because footballers and managers are very egotistical. And somebody will always think, ooh, I'm the man who can turn this around. If anyone can, I can. If anyone can, I can. Oh, if anyone can, I can. I'll take the United job. I'm your man because I can. Anyway, I've got a new song for Scott McTominay. I don't know whether it's already a song, but it's do, do, do. We'll follow Scott McTominay. Do, do, do. Fabinho's on the floor. Do, do, do. We'll follow Scott McTominay. Do, do, do. Fabinho's on the floor. Leclerc or Verstappen? Well, Hamilton's winning here. Please subscribe, by the way. We're on the road to 625,000 and we're on 624,600. So bottom right hand corner to subscribe. You're very, very welcome. Thanks everyone for tuning in. That's Footballs for Everybody, remember. You might not like some of the polls, but they are fair. Please subscribe, bottom right hand corner. To be honest, I'm surprised that song hasn't been used for McTominay, because it would be really good on the terrace. Because it's an easy song to do and it would sound good on the terrace. Do, we'll follow Scott McTominay. Do, the beat. Well, you need a better second line. I just did that off the top of my head. You could go, do, we'll follow Scott McTominay. Do, he'll leave you wanting more. Do, we'll follow Scott McTominay. Do. It's got the start. Imagine the crowd singing that. It would work. Scooby-Doo, we'll follow Scott McTominay. Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo. James Walker, thank you very much. Slow Sparks News, Jim White. Yellow Tie. Crunchy Nut Cornflakes, Audi. Listens, Daily Mail reader. Five minutes added on here because of the crowd issue, but still 0-0. Favourite Rambo movie? Rambo 1. First Blood. What Formula 1 races will you do, says James? Well, looking at the calendar, which I think I wrote down in my little book, I could read you some pages from my story. I found this script yesterday that I wrote, and so 20th of March at 3 PM is the first race. I can do that. The 27th of March is at 6 PM. I can do that because that's international break weekend. The 10th of April is at 6 AM, so I can do that. And then the next one is the 24th of April at 2 AM, which I just don't know. I don't know, but I can definitely do the first sort of. I can definitely do the first 4 out of 5. So there you go. Right, it's not half time yet for Liverpool. Can we do a sleep watch along, says Samuel. I think if we did a sleep watch along, I'm quite bad in my sleep. I start waking up and doing stuff. We'll follow songs. I'll be singing that tonight. Thiago's just been fouled here. Minute and a half to go to half time. Thanks everyone who's tuning in. We're going to do England interactive, England's best 11 for the World Cup. I love this channel. I've started to love this channel more since United have been shit. I want to love United stand more. And I would love United stand more if United were decent, but they're shit. And I find this channel is just more fun because it's escapism. That's what it is. Kareem says Greenwood's back in FIFA as something happened. I don't know if anyone in the chat knows that. Let me know. I've not done a stand-up for a minute. Into kit is awful, says Jag. He's boffing on the floor. McClellan or Robertson? I tell you what, Nets or Robertson. What a season he's having. If you know, you know. Okay, I'm going to end the poll here because it's half time. There's a free kick on the edge of the box here for Liverpool, though. Right on half time. 5 minutes added time. Vidal's picked up a yellow card for a foul on Curtis Jones. And it is a foul. And it is a yellow card. Hamilton has 59% of the vote. And Verstappen has 41% of the vote. Thanks to the 5,000 people who voted. I would have voted with you. And it's not even for justice reasons. I do actually want him to win. Do you think Do you think at some point United will be back? Says Romeo. The balance of probability says at some point they will be back, but I can't absolutely tell you when. I can't tell you when. Anyway, this is a cracking free kick position for Trent. Right on half time. He'll fancy this. He's going to fancy this. He's going to back himself here. Will Trent score, yes or no? I'm going to say no. But he might. I think, what's the percentage of a very good free kick taker scoring a free kick from a good area? It must only be about 20%, if that. Oh, I tell you what, it was close. He's hit it well. He has hit it well. Right on half time. Let me see it from behind. Up and over. To be fair, he's a keeper's dive, but he's a good 2 metres away. He's hit it well, but it's good, but it's not quite right. It's 0-0 at half time, which I'm glad. Keep the game open, keep the tie open. But Arsenal at the moment will be quite happy with... Not Arsenal. Arsenal will be happy, but they won't be happy about the Champions League because they're not in it yet. But Liverpool will be happy with that at half-time. 2-0 up. They'll know that to go out, they've got to concede 2 goals without reply at Anfield, which with 45 minutes to go, they're halfway there. They're Bon Jovi. They're living on a prayer. Right, half-time then. We're going to do England's best 11. I'm going to need your help here. If the World Cup was starting tomorrow... what would your England 11 be? Now I'm gonna the only thing I'm gonna put my foot about down here is we ain't playing a five back five with 2 holding midfielders. So we're basically not being managed by Southgate, but we're not playing a back 5 with 2 holding midfielders. We're gonna play a 4-3-3. We're going to play a holding midfielder, a box-to-box midfielder, and a bit more attacking midfielder. Then we're going to play a number 9 and 2 wide attackers. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play a flat back 4. So, Maguire for captain for sure, says Marios. Well, he might not make it. So, goalkeeper. Who would you go as your goalkeeper for England if this was their best 11 for the World Cup? I would say it has to be Ramsdale. I've never understood why Pickford's held his place for so long. I wouldn't even have Pickford in the top 2. I personally think Nick Pope's better. So, yeah, it would be Ramsdale for me. But I think that the way Southgate works, it will be Pickford. But this is not Southgate. This is us. So, yeah, I would go with Ramsdale. The vast majority of the chat are going with Ramsdale. Now, right back's very interesting because I want to play a back 4. You're going to decide who the right back's going to be. A wealth of riches. You know, you can go Trent, you can go Reece James, you could go Kyle Walker, you could go Kieran Trippier. You could go even more left field and say, you know what, I want to play Tariq Lamptey. But who would your right back be? For me, it's between Trent and Reece James. But I know who I would go with. And the vast majority have gone with Trent. There's a few for James, there's even a few for Trippier. There's not many going for Kyle Walker. I would go with Trent Alexander-Arnold. I think that, you know, I think he fell off a little bit. Obviously, he nearly didn't go to the Euros. But I think this season, he has been a lot better. And he's found his form of 2 years ago. I don't think you can look anywhere other than Trent at the moment. So, yeah, I would agree. Trent is right back. So we've got Ramsdale in goal. We've got Trent at right back. Let's do the left back first. Because I think this is the hardest place. if we were doing this a year ago, I'm sure some people would be begrudging about it, but it would be Luke Shaw. This season, he's not as good. But who is better than Luke Shaw at left back? Chilwell, he's been injured. I think I would still go Luke Shaw. I think I would still go with Luke Shaw. And mainly because his England form is actually still very good. It's a bit reputational, I admit, but I would go with Luke Shaw. Targay can't be in it because he's French. So we can't go with him. But I think the chat's going to go with Chilwell. Let me just have a quick look. You need to add Proctor to the squad, says Danny Ray. Okay. I think Chilwell's just won that, so we'll go with Chilwell. So we've got Chilwell at left back, we've got Trent at right back, we've got Ramsdale in goal. So 2 centre backs. Now this is interesting. I want you to do 2 centre backs at the same time. John Stones and I was trying to think who I would go with. I'm not a look at the chat. I would go with. I'm tempted to go with Stones and Ben White, you know. I am. I'd love it to be Tomori, but I don't think he'll even get called up. Some people are going with Dyer and Tomori. Stones and Tomori. I like the idea of Stones and Tomori, but will he pick him? Will he call him up? Phillips and Dunk, says Dale. Well, Maguire and Ming. At least there's no Maguire and Mings in there. Eminem. I'm the Slim Shady. Is it that somebody has said Maguire and Stones? Thank you very much. Tag. So what are we going for? Proper now. Who do you want to play with Stones? Do you want White? Do you want Maguire? Do you want Tomori? Let me know. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 200 away from 625,000. So thanks everyone who's tuning in. It's half-time at the moment. 0-0 Liverpool and Inter and 4-0 to Bayern. It's hard. It's hard to see. Lots of people saying other people now. Konza. Right, I'll tell you what, I'm just going to do it. It's a bit of a hold-up. But it's easier just to do a poll here now. Maguire. White. We'll move on to the holding midfielder while we're doing this. So, Stones and one other centre-back. There's a poll for you to vote. Forget about that one. CDM. Who do you want as your one holding centre midfielder? Are you going to go with Rice? Phillips? You could put Henderson there. I mean, Henderson could play box-to-box as well, so you know, you could do that. Tyrone Mings and Connor Cody all day long, says Joe. Okay, most people are going with Declan Rice there, so that's easy. Declan Rice is your holding midfielder. Right, box to box, your number 8. Are you going to go Henderson? Are you going to go Bellingham? You could go Ward-Prowse. I mean, you could put Kelvin Phillips in there if you want. You might have other ideas. Who are you going to go with as your number 8 next to your number 6? Bellingham is the winner there. So the midfield's looking good. Rice and Bellingham. And then, I suppose, the third midfielder, think of him as your more advanced attacking midfielder. So, you know, your Bruno, your De Bruyne. Who are you going to go for there? You could play Foden. You could play Grealish. You could play Mount. You could play Smith Rowe. You could go Maddison. Who am I missing? There's a few people you could drop in there, couldn't you? You could play Saka centrally if you wanted to. I probably wouldn't. I know where I'd play him, but I think I'm going to do a poll for this one because I think it's going to be a different one, difficult one. Unless a lot of people are going with Mason Mount, though. I don't think I need to do a poll. Okay, it's Mount. It's simple as that. Okay, so let me just close the centre-back. Oh, I tell you what, it's close here in the centre-back thing. We've had 3,500 votes. Who should be the centre-back next to John Stones? It's definitely not Maguire because he's got 14% of the vote, but White's got 42% and Tomori has got 44%. So we will end the poll there unless everyone wants to just vote a little bit more. Mount's won it in the midfield. So the midfield is Declan Rice, Bellingham and Mason Mount, which is, I think that's pretty good. Dele Alli. I think you're the only one, Mojo, to vote for Dele Alli. And we'll end the poll there. Tomori's got the centre-back spot. So the team so far isn't bad. It's not Pickford in goal. It's Ramsdale, Trent, Stones, Tomori, Chilwell, Rice, Bellingham, Mount. Now, who do you want to play from the right-hand side and who do you want to play from the left-hand side? Right side, Saka. Well, I don't know. Do you want to do it as you? Who would you want to? I think I don't really want to go who's left and who's right because it's not like Liverpool. I think with England they will interchange and Sterling can play left and right. Saka can play left and right. You could probably get Grealish to play left and right. Sancho can play left and right. So who would you go as your combos? It's difficult. Sancho and Grealish as Gavin. I mean, we all know it's Harry Kane up front, so there's no point in doing that. But I'm very interested to know. Actually, I think I'm going to run a poll on this, and the people who get the top. No, that won't work because then people won't be able to vote. Let me see. Let me see. Oh, I've just done a no poll here. Let me just get rid of that. So I'm going to come up with some combinations, and then you can vote for what you think is the best. 2 wide players, England, and we'll go Saka, Sterling, Sancho, Sterling, Sancho, Saka. I think from the chat, I'm just going to do that. Mark Sterling has to be in there, says Tommy. Well, there you go. You've got Saka Sterling, Sancho Saka, or other. How many current Liverpool players getting United 99 sides, says Leon? Oh, God, that's a horrible question. Van Dijk gets in. Next to Stam. I mean, nobody displaces that midfield four. You know, you can't displace Keane, Giggs, Beckham and Scholes. I've never seen a midfield four like it. And also it was a different time, remember. 4-4-2 was the way then. Liverpool don't play 4-4-2, so you've got to get Salah in. But 4-4-2, I'd play Salah as a supplement forward with one of the front two. I'd be tempted to put Salah and Mane up front as a two, you know. But anyway, we're back on this England team. Who's the wide players going to be? And Saka Sterling is getting most of the vote at the moment. Sancho Saka is second. I mean, it's mad. You've got 32% of the vote going with Saka Sterling. You've got 28% going Sancho Sterling, and you've got 29% going with Sancho Saka. So I've never seen anything as close. Jared Bowen should get called up for England, 100%. You know, why people are talking about Rashford when there are players more deserving than him, I don't know. Foden, Sterling. Yeah, I do like Foden, and I think Foden could work in a number of positions, and I wouldn't be surprised if Southgate finds a place for him, but I think your wide players, you should be looking at your Sakas and your Sterlings and your Sanchos, really. I mean, Grealish is decent, but, you know, you want a bit of flair and a bit of pace. Thank you, Dean Harris. Appreciate that, mate. I will take a look later. So we're going to go Saka Sterling. We're going to end the vote there. So, thank you everyone for getting involved in this. Now, let's not forget, Southgate's first team would probably be Pickford, Walker, Mings, Maguire, Stones, Shaw, Phillips, Rice, Kane, Sterling, Foden. A back five and 2 holding midfielders. That's what you get with Gareth Southgate. What do you get with Mark Goldbridge and That's Football Community? You get a back four for a start. So no back five and no 2 holding midfielders. We're going to play Ramsdale, Trent, Tomori, Stones, Chilwell, Rice, Bellingham, Mount, Sterling, Saka, Kane. Our team would kick the shit out of his team, and he's the England manager. He's playing a back five with 2 holding midfielders. We're playing modernistic football with a back four, playing a high line, a midfield 3 that's got a holder, a box-to-box, and an attacking midfielder, 2 wide players, and absolutely amazing. We'd kick the shit out of Southgate's team, and he's paid to manage. Footy Edit says, do you think... I mean, it's mad, isn't it? Us 10,000 people have just picked an entertaining, exciting, forward-thinking England side, and yet the manager of England's playing a back five with 2 holding midfielders. Tell me, make it make sense. Make it make sense. We're stuck in the bloody 80s. Do you think United will go through, says Footy Edits? Oh, next week? I've not thought about it yet, because Spurs is such a big game. I don't know, mate. I really don't know with United at the moment. You know, we shouldn't be level from the first game, but Old Trafford's got to be the 12th man in the next 2 games. I think that's the thing that makes me feel confident. Thomas says, considering Arsenal buy a striker and midfielder this summer, how would they do in the Champions League next season? How about the Premier League title challenge? Thomas, if I'm absolutely honest, I've been very impressed with Arteta and Arsenal. I could see what he was doing, and I've mentioned it on this channel for the last 18 months. I could see what he was trying to do a mile off, and it's hilarious that some vocal Arsenal fans couldn't see their arse from their elbow as to what Arteta was doing, but people who weren't supporting the club and certain Arsenal fans could see it. They are very much favourites to get top 4, which I think is an amazing season for them. But if I'm absolutely honest, the difference between Arsenal getting top 4 and buying a striker and a midfielder and competing for a title, it's huge. Arsenal's challenge next year will be to finish top 4, because unfortunately, I think Arsenal have done really well, but I think they're going to be looking behind them next season. Not because they're falling off or anything like that, but just because the challenge from behind, the gap's going to be closer than the challenge ahead. Arsenal won't be ready to challenge with Chelsea, Man City or Liverpool next year. Unless one of them drop off, they won't be. Nobody will. They are so far ahead of everybody else. If Arsenal could challenge with them, I really would build him a statue. I think it's going to take a little bit longer to do that. I mean, look, Arsenal wouldn't be in the top 4 if United had the season they should have done. So maybe they can finish higher than 4th next year, but I think Arsenal just need to focus on the great job that they've done going from 8th to 4th, and you know, next season for me as an Arsenal fan would be to solidify top 4, because that's not a bad thing. If they could finish 4th again next season, I think that would be progress, because the battle below, don't write off Newcastle and Villa. They're going to spend money and they're ambitious. They're going to join the party very, very soon. So we are going to be in a position in the next 2 or 3 years where the top 4 places will be contested by about 7 teams. So can you turn that down, please? Thank you. I'm on my hot water. Oh, I found another script, by the way. You know, I was telling you about the Battle of Mokon. If you don't know what I'm on about here, I've been clearing the loft out, and I found a load of stuff like from the past. And I used to like writing stories and stuff. So I found this other one. I couldn't remember this one. I couldn't remember the Battle of the Planets. I couldn't remember that. But then I started reading it. I remembered it a little bit. But this one, I read the first 2 pages when I was having a dump today. Losing Faith, it's called. No boundaries, no conscience, 2 ruthless devils against the system. He was a psychopath, Ryan a victim. Ryan was 28, his sister 22. For the last 7 years, they'd been the only family they had. Sounds a bit incestuous to me. Kate was Carl's responsibility, yeah. His little sister, the only thing he cared about. This is getting worse. He looked after her since she was 15, and now he's going to lose her, just like he'd lost his parents. She's getting married and getting away. His family were all Ryan ever cared about, yeah. 2 of them were unjustly taken away 7 years ago, but still Ryan kept the faith. He had his sister. I had Kate, and it was them against the world. As long as he had her, he could fight on and accept the loss of his bad luck. Kate's loss would go beyond that. Kate's loss would be cruel. Whoever was taken away was an unmerciful bastard, and Ryan had no wish to keep faith with them. Without the ones he loved, he had no need or reason to believe in one almighty good. All Ryan had evidence of was pain and injustice. For too long, life had tried to destroy him, taking all that mattered away and mocking him, treating him like some sort of evil. It was time to play the part. That's true. I can't believe I've wrote that. I'm worried about what happened to Kate. I think she was, to be honest, I have read the second page. There's nothing incestuous in there. I'd never write that. She dies of cancer. And I think it tips him over the edge. I'll tell you what happens. I'm going to read the rest of it tonight. The funny thing is I don't remember writing it. It's dated here. I actually sent it off to a book company in 2001. It's 21 years old. 21 years old. We've now had the opportunity of reading the sample chapters you sent from Losing Faith, which have been carefully considered. We regret, however, that they did not quite click with us, and it is for this reason that we are returning them to you, as we do not like to take on material which we cannot sell with total enthusiasm. We would stress, however, that this is just our opinion, and another agent or publisher might think differently. I guarantee me, 20 years ago, getting that would have gone, swivel on it. So yeah, no, I don't remember it at all, which is quite a weird thing when you're reading something that you don't remember writing. In a way, it's curious, and in a way, it's not. But yeah, I used to quite like writing when I was like in my late teens, really. So, I tell you what, it is their loss. It is their loss, Sparth, because somebody's going to be all over that. There's going to be a publisher somewhere going, God, Goldbridge writes fiction. At least 5 people from the chat will buy it. Inter are not dominating RS. They're on the Salah's on the attack here. They've got to go for it though this second half. I'm looking forward to it. Netflix calling. TUSFC needs to go on Netflix. All or nothing. That would have been great. I'd love to do TUSFC in real life. I wouldn't be the manager. I haven't got the time. I'd employ a manager. And I'd be like the chairman or something like that. I'd just do like motivational shit. Somebody said, can you read the next page? I'm loving it. Goldbridge, I'll do it tonight at midnight on my channel. Goldbridge reads Losing Faith. Chapter 1. I mean, mate, I wouldn't read it because fuck knows what I've put in there. I had to read the second page to find out why he was so close to his sister. I was in relief. I sat there on the toilet going, oh my God. Literally shitting myself twice. It's a tough world out there, Mark. I have a 200-page screenplay I wrote and have no idea where to send it, says Red Harlow. I've got a screenplay as well. Called Dead Dreams. Oh, God. I need better names for a start. Losing Faith. Battle of the Planets. Dead Dreams. It's not 1-0 to Inter. Dead Dreams, fucking hell. Oh, at least I've got TUSFC. Some people enjoy that. You could write a book of analogies, says Anshuman. I actually did get approached to write a book about 6 months ago about my life in football. Oh, Liverpool, go! Salah, oh, he's hit the post. He's hit the post. The tie's still open. He's hit the post. Jota, he's through. Handanovic gets a hand on it. Drops to Salah. You think he's going to tuck it in. There are Inter Milan players on the line, to be fair. But he hits the post. And now it's Inter. He needs to switch it. Martinez to Dumfries. Little dink. Trent deals with it. Oh, it's opening up now. Luke Irving, classic line. He says, losing faith and dead dreams. You're just describing United. I don't think he's a Timo Salah referee. I think it was a decent chance, but Sanchez is shit, isn't he? I think Liverpool have had enough of playing now. They just want to get this game done. Salah, good run, good bit of defending. He's played on. Jota, Salah. Jinking in the box. Fidel wins it. Dale Robertson says, what's your England team if you had to play a 5-2-3? I'm not playing a 5-2-3. Not doing it. I'm withdrawing us from the World Cup. Eric says, dead dream, story of my life. How's Bayern doing? They're 5-0 up. Shit, I'd missed a goal. I missed the goal, even though I've got it on. 58 minutes, 5-0. Favourite League 2 team, Mansfield. I think they are in League 2. Got the hiccups now. Middlesbrough getting beat 3-1 by Sheffield United. Ooh, score to settle there, isn't it? Wilder. Luton are beating Coventry 1-0. Bournemouth are 1-1 with Peterborough. Blackburn 0-0 with Millwall. Barnsley 1-0 at Stoke against Stoke, and Fulham are beating Swansea 2-0. Solihull Moors are losing to Notts County 2-1 at home. That's a bad loss if they lose that. I don't think it was a terrible miss by Salah, looking back at it. Mansfield Town are in League 2 and they're in 6th place at the moment. Salford. What's going on? Gary! What's going on, Gary? Wait, what's going on, Gary? Why have we not been promoted with all that money? When I look at Salford, it's about the structure. It's about the manager. It's about people sticking their nose in like Gary. I tell you what, I think Salford should be in League 1 by now, but they sacked too many managers. There's no stability there. You know, it's like Gary Neville said on Saturday, Man United need a manager for the next 6 years. Yet Salford don't do that. The best women team versus a League 2 side, who wins, is Marketing James. A League 2 side would win, mate. Because that experiment's been done before, hasn't it? I think women's football is definitely getting better and better, but you know, a League 2 side can be competitive against Liverpool. So I think you'd have to drop down the divisions a little bit more. I'd love to see Solskjaer in charge of Salford. It'd be hilarious. I'm from Mansfield, Mark. Whereabouts did you grow up in the Nottingham area? Keep up the great work. South. I grew up in the south of Nottingham, Matthew. I didn't actually really grow up in Nottingham. I was very, very close to the Leicester border. Sort of Bingham way. Not Birmingham, Bingham. Which is a town. It's a market town, actually. Hi, Mark. Can you identify this 90s team? Buffon, Thuram, Sensini, Cannavaro, Baggio, Fusa, Benarivo, Varane, Chiesa, Crespo. Well, it'd be Juventus, wouldn't it? Because of Buffon, he didn't play for any other. That would be Juventus, wouldn't it? But Crespo didn't play for them, and Varane didn't play for them. So it'd be Parma. It's a good question, Tracy. It'd be Parma, wouldn't it? No, they didn't all play together. It's Parma, isn't it? I'm trying to think. I was trying to go through the team. It's Parma. Yeah, I was trying to think. I was trying to say, because a few of them played for Juventus. It's Parma. Yeah, I thought they played at the same time. I don't think Parma exists anymore, do they? I did go to Bingham School, 2-2. They've never asked me back. There can't be that many famous people who went to 2-2 school. And I'm not saying I'm famous, but come on. There was a lad who went to school when I was there who played for Notts County. But they were shit then. So... Oh, currently plays for Parma. They're still a thing. They used to be one of the best. Remember when Parma had Asprilla? They were a good team. Thomas Brolin, I think he played there as well. You ever been to Scotland, says Megan Smith. No, I intend to. Trent cuts inside. Liverpool are pushing here. There's still half an hour to go, but this is where maybe the Premier League stamina is starting to kick in. Because Inter are 2-0 down and Liverpool are now dominating. Martinez does well. They've missed Barella. It's a lovely takedown here, but on the left-hand side. Cut back. Shot. Good block. Tithby Road, says Robert. I know Tithby. I know. I spent many a good afternoon and evening down at Tithby. You wouldn't have thought you could do, because literally, if you blink and you miss it. But used to keep horses down there. Not me, but people did used to keep horses down there, and I was down there because where there's horses, there's owners of the female variety. I'd be down there with my whip and my jodhpurs, pretending I knew what I was on about. That horse has got a big mane. Oh, he shoots wide. Lautaro Martinez. I nearly laughed myself when I said that horse has got a big... I realise what people are thinking. No, there's nothing... I love it when people say, Mark, that's sus. Mark, that pervert. Mark, that's dodge. What's dodgy about being a 17-year-old lad going to the horses where there's other 17, 18-year-old girls? There's nothing sus about it. It's normal behaviour. If you think that's sus, you need to get off your phone, get off your bloody PS5 and start getting into the real wide world. Men and women having a chat, getting to know each other, building relationships. It's Adam and Eve. It's not Adam and PS5. Thoughts on Peaky Blinders, Mark? Go to the show, in my opinion. I'm enjoying it, Samuel C. I've always enjoyed it. It's been a bit of a big gap. I don't like the fact that Polly's not in it anymore, but she can't help that. And but no, it's still good. Are college sports a big thing in the UK culture, says Matt? Not really. Muller's just scored a goal. It's 6-0 to Bayern. No, it's not. It's 5-0. Sorry, they just showed a replay. I've been to West Bridgeford quite a lot. My gran and granddad used to live there. Other relatives used to live there. Thomas Shelby. Tommy, I'm your brother, Tommy. Oh, I'll let you down, Tommy. Let me at him, Tommy. He's like Scrappy Doo, isn't he, Arthur? Wiggy says the latest episode did bore him a little bit. Brozovic is all right. Oh, it's Martinez. It's 1-0 to Inter. It's game on. It's game on in this tie. Inter score. Game on. Now then. Martinez. A lot of people like Lautaro Martinez. They'll like him even more now. Matic with a bad pass. He picks it up here. Lautaro Martinez. Van Dijk stands off. What's Van Dijk doing? Best centre-back in the world stands off a number 10. Why doesn't he go and close him down? It's a great finish, but you've got to look at... I tell you what, this is the thing about football. Van Dijk he's got to front up to that and show him his body. You can't look at it side on. That's terrible defending by Van Dijk. I'm sorry, best centre back in the world, but you're allowed to be critical of mistakes. You can't just go, oh, it's Van Dijk. Like, I hate agenda. I hate agenda where people go, oh no, he's the best centre back in the world. He can't make a mistake. He's made a mistake. It's a great finish by Martinez, but he's made a mistake, Van Dijk. There, that's a bad mistake. I'm sorry, that's not good defending. You don't leave 5 yards and stand side on. You step forward and stand front on, and he can't score the goal. But it's a great goal. Great goal. He does make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes, Aiden. A red card. 2 yellow cards for Sanchez. Oh, it's over. Alexis Sanchez, what a prat. He's going to get a second yellow. It's a bit unlucky because he gets the ball. Simeone looks gutted. He's won the ball and his studs have gone through on the player. It's always going to be reckless. I don't think he's done it on purpose, but I think Muller is one of the most underrated players of the past 10 years. Quality player, amazing career thoughts, says Uber Melon. You know what? No bias. He's going to get... It's not a straight red. It's a second yellow, and that's what he's got. He's had a second yellow, hasn't he? It's harsh, I agree. But he's attacked. He's won the ball, and his studs have caught the player. It's a second yellow. It's not a red. I think people are getting a bit confused here. It's definitely not a straight red, and it would be disgusting if it was a straight red because it's completely and utterly not done on intentional. He's won the bloody ball, but it is a second yellow, and that's why he's been sent off. He's caught the player full on with the studs. People are saying, well, he got the ball, but that's not how... I do agree with you to a certain extent, but we've seen this now for 2 years. They will give red cards for tackles that they feel are reckless. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. It's a shame. It's a massive shame because Inter score a goal and then they've got 25 minutes to attack, and now you wouldn't fancy it now. I mean, Ashwin says, where's his foot supposed to go? I totally agree. Totally agree, mate. I'm not... There's nobody wants bloody Inter to win this more than me, but... It's the modern game. I don't like it. I don't like it, but as soon as I saw that, I thought he's not going to overturn it because quite clearly on the camera, and you know, he's gone and had a look at it. It's slow-mo, isn't it? It's studs, it's on the ankle. I'm right to give a yellow card. He's never going to change it. You can't. The thing is, though, what I would say is I think it's really harsh, and I think it's a shame. I think it's consistent with the way the game's gone in the last 2 years, and therefore I knew he wouldn't overturn it. But what I would say as well is some people in the chat are saying he got the ball. That's not the excuse. You can't say that. Xhaka got a straight red and he won the ball, didn't he? Like, you can go into a tackle with your studs showing, win the ball, and it's reckless and still get a red. So getting the ball is not the argument. The reality is that he's won the ball and then his studs have hit the player, and therefore he's given him a second yellow card for it. I would never have given a straight red. It should never be that. But it's not a clear red, Dave, because he didn't get a red. He got a second yellow. It's a shame, though, because Inter score and then they instantly get someone sent off. You know what? Something like this will happen to Liverpool at some point. This will happen to Arsenal. It'll happen to United. It will keep happening because the game is too soft. But they are very consistent with this sort of thing. Here it is. Thiago. Oh no. I mean, to be honest, his first yellow card could have been a red. His first yellow card's worse. I didn't see his first yellow. Second yellow is harsh. It is. I think even Liverpool fans would say the second yellow's harsh. But especially an international referee is always going to fall for that. I agree with that comment from Peter. I think the first yellow could have been a red. I thought the first one was nasty on Thiago, but the second one, it's soft. But in the modern game, it doesn't surprise me. I know a lot of you will be getting angry and frustrated, and I used to be like this last year. I remember a red card that Leeds had against Man City. I think Man City had one against Villa, and I'm just like, the game's gone. You can't send somebody off for making a tackle that they've accidentally followed through and caught somebody. You can get injured. 5-1 in the Salzburg game, but anyway, stranger things have happened. 20 minutes to go. Inter, they'll probably have a go for it now. Yeah, I agree with LJ. The harshest one I've ever seen was Nani. I just never understood that. It wasn't even... If you can't remember it, Nani, right? We're at Old Trafford. We're all over Real Madrid. It's Sir Alex Ferguson's last season. We clear the ball. Nani, who always used to control the ball high, jumps up in the air, always eye on the ball to control it. Real Madrid player, was it Abiola or something? Or it catches him in the chest and he's not even looking. It gives him a red. If they draw, who wins? It goes to extra time. There's no away goals. No away goals. Oh, interesting here. Mail Sport are saying that the RSPCA are close to concluding their animal cruelty investigation into Kurt Zouma. West Ham are bracing themselves for the defender to be prosecuted. Well, to be honest, the evidence was pretty overwhelming, wasn't it? Yeah, no away goals. So if drawing after 2 legs, you just go to extra time, don't you? Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner, we're getting close to 625,000. We're only 200 away. Bottom right hand corner to subscribe. Thank you everyone for tuning in. If you're enjoying the channel, please subscribe. Bottom right hand corner, it's free to do. We are live tomorrow night as well for the massive game between PSG and Real Madrid. Inter are starting to chuck themselves around a bit here, trying to get yellow cards and red cards. I don't think there's going to be any. Yellow card to Mane. Best city to live in England, in your opinion, Mark, says Paul. Look, the most atmospheric city that just feels different to every other city I've ever been to in England is London. It's just whether you could put up with it. London's just very special and atmospheric. So I hope Liverpool go to the final and lose, says Faust. Mane's just had a yellow. Can you get... Trey off Twitter so he stops jinxing United to something? I can't believe people think that people jinx things. United just pay people too much money to wear the shirt who are crap and they lose. No one's jinxing anything. 20 minutes to go. Well, Inter are going to make 3 subs here. Fresh legs. It's so great, you know something we should not actually ever take for granted is fans in the ground. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day. Remember all those games we used to watch where there was no fans in the ground? It's just weird, isn't it? Do 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 do. Lots of people saying, "Come on, Inter." I'll tell you what, they've done themselves proud today. Whatever happens. What's Handanovic doing here, though? Oh, no, he's giving a corner. Yeah, who's looking forward to it? Who's looking forward to it? Tomorrow night, 8 o'clock, we'll be live. PSG against Real Madrid. PSG 1-0 up from the first leg. Who's going to win that then, eh? Who's going to win that? It's going to be interesting, that is. Oh, yeah, it is going to be interesting. I mean, I'd imagine PSG, but I'm going to do a poll anyway. Cross comes in, Handanovic punches it away with his hands, because he's called Handanovic and he's got two hands. Interested to see what people think on the poll here for tomorrow night's game. I will be live. I'm looking forward to it. PSG 1-0 up. Who's going to win tomorrow? Real Madrid or PSG? Who will be victorious across the tie? Real Madrid or PSG? Hello, Mark. I just want to say, I think the United stand is great. I wish Chelsea fans had the same. Hope you and the family are well. Says Tristan. Thank you very much, Tristan. Yeah, I've had a few people say that to us over the years. I wish Manchester United could be as successful as Chelsea have been since I've been doing the United stand, I'll tell you that. League titles and Champions Leagues. The only cup I ever have is a cup of tea, a cup of hot water. Is Mbappe fit? I think he will play. I agree with it. It's Gaming HD. I think he will play. But I think it'll be a close game. I fancy PSG to go through. I mean, the scary thing is, if PSG get knocked out, they'll sack Poch and United will go, yeah, let's get him. I mean, how stupid has a football club got to be that needs a major overhaul to recruit a manager who's been sacked by his last two clubs? I mean, it'd just be United all over. I don't know what result I want. I don't know what result I want tomorrow, because generally I just don't really care who wins between Real Madrid and PSG. I just want to see a good game. But from it does have a big impact on United, because I think if PSG lose, United will rub their hands together and go, yeah, we're getting Poch on the cheap. Yeah, twice sacked. Mark, can you explain why United is so terrible? Owners, top to bottom, shite. Sunday. Mark, today is Ollie's birthday. Just wondering if you could say happy birthday, Ollie. You Maguire sized mug. That's from Aaron Matthews. There we go. Happy birthday, Ollie. Nelly says, why aren't you making post-match interviews with Vicky anymore? You two are by far my favourites from a new stamp or the best, says Nelly. I can't remember why we stopped doing that, actually. I just think Ricky's like... He's always away. He's always on holiday and stuff. It's hard to pin him down, to be honest. Or after the game, he goes for drinks. I do have a cup of tea every now and again. I'll tell you what, I'm really enjoying FIFA at the moment. Really enjoying FIFA at the moment. It will probably end tomorrow. But Salah... Oh, he's hit the post again! He can't believe it! He's hit the woodwork more than a frustrated carpenter. He's absolutely... should have scored one of those. Timo Salah. I'll call him that there. Malted milks or custard creams? Oh, definitely malted milks. Did you see the Jets owners keen on buying Chelsea? Avoid. Chelsea fans, avoid any NFL franchise owner. Do not do it. I don't know anything about him, Simply Football, but I'd say to Chelsea, get protesting now. Do not let your club get bought by an American football owner. It's just not worth the risk. There could be another Glazer. They'll franchise your football club. They'll turn you into about making money. Don't. And that's the danger with Chelsea. You could get another owner like Newcastle or Man City or Abramovich, Or you could get another owner like the Glazers who think this is a good way to make money. You don't want that. And I tell you now, any Chelsea fan, you want to be keeping a big eye on who's going to buy your club. And if there's any hint that it's somebody like the Glazers, I'll tell you now, do what we tried to do. Well, not me, but some fans warned us at the start. I don't think any fan really knew that it would be this bad. But you've got the blueprint with the Glazers. I'd say to any Chelsea fan, get protesting on the streets and do it, because there's nothing you can do once they're in. They're making money and that's all they want to do. Man United, the new AC Milan mark, says Arshik. We're Man United, mate. I don't think we can compare ourselves. I think we're a very, as I just warned there, we're a very unique problem. We're owned by people who just want to make money out of us. Trent with the cross. Salah, he's going to surely score at some point. 10 minutes to go here. Poor old Inter. They get a goal back to make it interesting, and then Alexis Sanchez gets sent off. Alfred says, could Inter equalise? Well, they could do. It's a game of football and there's 10 minutes to go. But ultimately, they are down to 10 men at Anfield. It's very difficult. I'd imagine in the next few minutes they're going to open up a little bit. But Salah's on a mazy run here. Solihull Moors finished 3-3. That's a good point, to be fair. Well done. Another stretch. Does anybody here watch Schitt's Creek? I mean, there's bloody loads of episodes of it. Simon Jordan said United will win the Premier League in the next 5 years as SS11. Well, I don't think that they will do, but I don't think they will do. I don't know what he's on about. Newcastle have got more chance of winning it than us, because they're being run like a football club, aren't they? Bit of Henderson and Inter here. Perisic there did sort of go in to try and stamp on Henderson's foot, but it's nothing going on. Dazzy Scaling says send Henderson off. Champions League draws a week on Friday, isn't it? Because there's another week next week. 6-1 to Bayern. No, 7-1 to Bayern now. Sane's just scored. I mean, it makes you wonder how Salzburg got a 1-1 draw, but it just shows you how things can change. Sane, lovely. I really like Sane as well. I don't know, how old is Sane now? I really rate him. Just 26. So he's got plenty of years left ahead of him. Well, does that make Bayern contenders? Somebody just said it, former Man City player, and you like him. Mate, Man United are shit. Like, I can't dislike good players for other clubs just because I support Man United who are shit at the moment. Like, you've got to love your... Well, you don't have to, but I love my football. I've always watched lots of different football, and I liked Sane when he was at City. I just like the way he plays football. A lot of people started writing Bayern off after the Salzburg draw. They look sharp today. Right, Inter can't even get out their own half at the moment. Mika said Trent will want to beat Giggs 13's titles, says SS. How's he going to do that? I'd love Nagelsmann to come to Manchester United. It's never going to happen. You can see him being... Oh, interesting to see how long Nagelsmann stays at Bayern, actually, because he's a young manager, isn't he? And I can't imagine him managing Bayern Munich for 30 years. He's... I can't believe he's only 34. Fucking hell. I can't believe he's only 34. Not many things make me surprised. 34. I thought he was like 39. 34. Bloody hell. That's unbelievable. In 6 years he'll only be 40. In manager terms, he's still in nappies. That is unbelievable. He'll have players he's managing who are older than him. Yeah, he ain't gonna stay. He could stay at Bayern Munich for 30 years and he'd still be only 64. He's gonna move, isn't he, at some point? But he's definitely not in any rush. He could stay at Bayern Munich till he's 40. Yeah, he's a good manager. He's obviously. If you're 34, you're not gonna leave Bayern Munich for a few years yet, are you? He's not in any rush to do that. So Muller must be older than him. He's younger than Messi, he's younger than Ronaldo, he's younger than Cavani. Well, Arteta's 39 apparently. Well, yeah, I mean that's very young for a manager, 39, but 34, bloody hell. Bloody hell, mate. Bloody hell, mate. He's younger than me, Goldbridge. It's about the players. It's about the structure. Are they really trying? Salah, that's a foul. That'll be a yellow card, surely. Yeah, 5 minutes to go here. Which manager has got the best haircut, says Simply Football. I quite like that Salzburg manager's haircut. I could see me with that. Roll neck. Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. God, either. I don't give a shit. I really don't. Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit. Lord of the Rings is the better trilogy, easily. I do give a shit. United just need to win a Premier League, start an Empire, says SS. Yeah, it's dead easy to do that. Why don't we think of that? Well, I don't think Liverpool will like losing this game, actually. I've just realised that. I mean, they're not going to lose the tie, but I don't think they'll like losing at Anfield 1-0. I've never really thought of it like that. Obviously, they're going to go through, but I don't think they'll enjoy losing the game, which they're going to do if they don't score a goal. How do Inter get a second goal with 5 minutes to go? We've got to get out their half. They can't get out their half. 10 men, it's hard, isn't it? Liverpool are playing Brighton on Saturday lunchtime. Fury versus White on April the 23rd. I'll be doing a watch along for that on here. Does anyone know what time Fury versus White is? They're not doing like 3 o'clock in the morning shit, are they? Bayern Munich have won. They're into the draw. First team into the draw. Bayern Munich. Yeah, quarterfinals of the Champions League are going to be fantastic, aren't they? Because Man City are definitely through. Bayern are through. Obviously, Liverpool or Inter. It's looking like Liverpool. PSG or Real Madrid. And then United or Atletico. Probably Chelsea. I can't remember what the other ties are, actually. I know it's Ajax Benfica. That'll be interesting. What's the other one? I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, it's Juventus Villarreal. Yeah. But there's going to be some cracking ties, isn't there? I wouldn't be surprised if we see Bayern Munich, Liverpool, or you can have an English tie in the quarterfinals as well, can't you? They might try and get rid of one of the English teams, warm the balls up. Diaz is on for Liverpool. Cross to the edge of the box. Oh, I would have hit that if I was Henderson. It's easy payoff someone to break into the Glazers' house and get them to sell, says SSW111. And Wire87 says, did you see today's Slow Sports news? Axe keep United players, lots of usual suspects for the Axe, according to the fans. Yeah, but some of that's just in response to the weekend, isn't it? It doesn't matter what the fans think about Harry Maguire or Marcus Rashford. They're not being sold. The club won't sell them. They're too expensive assets for them to lose. Man City will get Ajax. They'll certainly get the easiest draw. This should be a goal. Oh, well done, Skriniar. All he had to do was get it past Skriniar, Robertson, and Salah would have had another chance to hit the post. But Skriniar cuts it out. And it goes for... Lovely ball by Van Dijk there, though. It goes for a corner. That's one of the things I love about the Champions League now, though. That even in the last 16, you get games like Real Madrid, PSG, Atletico Madrid, Manchester United, Inter, Liverpool. And at the quarterfinals, you're going to get you're guaranteed 4, really, certainly 3 absolute crackers, and then the semi-finals. They may as well be cup finals. It's just such a tough tournament to win now. What's your favourite Champions League final? Mine is 1997. Guess what my favourite club is, says Max. I don't remember who won it in 97. Was it AC Milan Juventus? Glazers might pass United to their children. Oh, of course they will. Yeah. I'm crap on Champions Leagues, to be honest. Unless there's English clubs in it, I don't really pay any attention. I guarantee United got to the semi-final. It was Dortmund. Well, it looks like Inter are going out here. They've only got a minute left of normal time, and to be honest, that red card's just killed them. Absolutely killed them. You didn't see me in the bull ring today because I've not been into Birmingham today, DJ. Whoever you saw, it was a fake. Fake bridge. Five minutes of added time, though. 5 minutes of added time. Inter on the attack. Oh, God. They just can't string a pass together here. Red card killed the game, says Fernie. Please subscribe, by the way. We're only 100 away from 625,000. Get involved with the channel. You're all very welcome. On That's Football. It's 4 minutes of extra time. 4 minutes of added time. Poor old Inter. They score a goal. They're winning 1-0. And then they get a man sent off. Alexis Sanchez. What a prat. If Ajax doesn't go through, do you think United will go get Ten Hag now without any Champions League distractions, says Dan? Probably. Just looking at the results of the poll, who's going to win tomorrow, Real Madrid or PSG? 46% are going with Real Madrid and 54% are going with PSG. Obviously, PSG have got that 1-0 lead. When will United realistically win the Premier League? I can't put... I can only give you an honest answer. I genuinely do not think you can put a time on it. Certainly not in the next 3 years. And to be honest, if they're not going to win it in the next 3 years, why would they win it in the next 10 years? Here we go. Here it is. Diaz. Oh, he's missed. Or he was offside. I don't know. It's gone for a corner anyway. Vidal. They're hanging in there. Liverpool should have scored. Salah should have scored 2. Diaz should score this. Goes for the bottom corner, and Vidal slides in with a heroic stop. Diaz hasn't done anything wrong here, actually. He's gone for the bottom corner, and Diaz has cleared it. Not Diaz. As if he cleared his own shot. Vidal clears it. I watched Schitt's Creek. That's why I was asking people. Well, Inter heading out of the Champions League. They've still got Serie A to go for. But the Premier League club comes out on top. No surprises there. The best that Serie A's got to offer is heading out. But give them credit. 2-1 against Liverpool and a win at Anfield. It could have been very different if Alexis Sanchez hadn't got sent off. And I don't know what's wrong with Liverpool tonight. Maybe 2-0. They thought the game, you know, is it difficult to get up when you're 2-0 away? I don't know. Anyone in the chat want to say why Liverpool have struggled a bit today? Another yellow card there for... And that's a prime example of the game today. It's another yellow card. He wins the ball, but his studs are up, so it's a yellow. This is the modern game. I hate it, but it is the modern game. You can win the ball, but if you show your studs, it's a yellow card, or it can be a second yellow card, and you're sent off. And look, there are certain stud tackles that were always going to be red, but you know. It would have been nice to see the game pan out for the last 20 minutes with Inter having 11 men. But not to be. Well, here's a foul for Inter. They might be able to launch it into the box. Get everybody up. Skriniar, get up. Handanovic, get up. You may as well. What club will Ronaldo be at next season, says Jake? Well, the thing about Ronaldo is, if I said to you PSG, some people might say he's not good enough for PSG. But remember, Cristiano Ronaldo, he's got millions and hundreds of millions of followers. He's a massive, massive brand, and there will be clubs that want him. So, and also, he's a bad year at United doesn't necessarily mean you're crap. Ten seconds to go. Liverpool have got the ball. It's all about to go. Is Mark live later? Not on a Tuesday. On a Tuesday? Mark live late on a Tuesday? What's all this about? If I go live late, it's always a Thursday or a Sunday. And that's it. Final whistle. Inter, go out with pride, but go out. 1-0 to Inter Milan, but 2-1 on the tie. Sanchez depriving us of an interesting last 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But Liverpool not quite right today. Maybe it just complacency got into their head a little bit. But having said that, Matip hit the bar, Salah hit the post twice. Diaz could have scored, so they did. You know, you can say Liverpool were a bit complacent, but it wasn't like, you know, they've won the game, haven't they? And they did have chances themselves. Fair play to Inter, best, very good team. Just didn't quite have enough, and Liverpool go through. And I think that's all they'll be bothered about, really. But it's always a shame. It's always a shame with the refs, but that's the game. I thought he was going to get sent off, and that's the game. Inter played well, says Lala. They did. And I think Liverpool will be relieved to come through that game. Another Italian team out. Maybe Juventus will go through. Anyway, I don't know what I'm watching this for now. It's over. It's over. Thank you everyone for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video and subscribe, bottom right hand corner. And we'll be back tomorrow night for Atletico. No, we won't. We'll be back tomorrow night for Real Madrid against PSG. It's the big one of the week. I'm really excited about it. I'm sure you are as well. Back tomorrow night on this channel. I hope most of you can join us for that. I'm looking forward to it. It'll be a lot more exciting, I think, than tonight. Liverpool, Real Madrid or PSG are going out tomorrow. Massive commentations. Really looking forward to it. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks everyone for watching. There's stuff on the United Stand if you want to check that out. And I'll speak to you in a bit. Thanks for watching.